Hello everyone, Dragon Silver Keeper here, and today we're going to do a flashback episode to January 2nd, 2024, up until now, and we're going to see how much silver has gone up. Stay tuned. As you can see here, spot for silver is currently at $29.20. But how much was it back when we first did the series of January 2nd of this year? Stay tuned, and we're going to compare this video to that video, and we're going to see how much we made throughout the past 5 months. Stay tuned. So as we already seen, our spot price as of now is $29.20. But when we did this video back January 2nd, 2024, it was $23.68. That's a difference of $5.52 silver has gone up. Now let's see how that affects all of the categories of silver coins and see how much they've went up throughout the past 5 months. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's start with our war nickels. We'll do 40 since there's 40 in a roll, and we're going to see how much of a difference it is since January 2nd until now. Stay tuned. Okay, so back then for 40 war nickels, it was $53.29. So with it being $65.72 now, and back then it was $53.29, we are up $12.43 a roll for war nickels. We'll put that number to the side, and we'll see how much we have for a total of profit for the past 5 months. Stay tuned. Up next, we will do the dimes, and we'll times it by 3 since they all weigh the same and are the same in melt. So we'll do 50 dimes, and it's $105.62. Let's see what it was back then, and we'll see how much we made throughout the past 5 months. Stay tuned. Okay, so just over 5 months ago for 50 dimes, it was $85.65. Subtract that from current melt value as of now. That's a difference of $19.97 for a roll of dimes. Stay tuned. Oh, we're going to add that to our other calculator 3 times. So let's see here. We had 1243 for the nickels, and we're going to add 1997 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. We're already up $72.34 for a roll of war nickels and 3 rolls of dimes. Stay tuned, and we'll see what happens on with our quarters. Okay, so up next is our quarters. Same thing, we're going to do it 3 times, and there's 40 quarters into a $10 face value of a roll. So for that, it's $211.23. Let's go back a few months and see what it was then. Okay, so back then for a roll of silver quarters, it was $171.30. That makes a difference of $39.93 per roll of $10 face value silver. Let's add that onto our other calculator, and we'll see where we're at. We're going to do $39.93 3 times onto here. So $39.93, 1, 2, 3, where we're already up $192.13. Let's stay tuned, and we'll go on to the half dollars. Okay, so up next is our 90% half dollars. We have 4 categories for that. They are the Barber half dollars, the Walking Liberty half dollars, the Franklin half dollars, and the Kennedy half dollars. Let's see where we're at on melt with those for today. So the Barber half dollars, it's going to be the same for all 4 categories that I just mentioned, so 90%, and there's 20 in a roll, and that value is $211.23. Now let's rewind and see what it was back then. Stay tuned. Okay, so then they were $171.30 per roll, and with them being $211.23 now, that's another difference of $39.93. We'll add that to our calculator 4 times for the 90% silver half dollars. So we're going to add $39.93 4 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $351.85 for all 4 rolls of the Barber half dollars, the Walking half dollars, the Benjamin half dollars, and the Kennedy half dollars. Stay tuned, and we'll do the 40% Kennedys coming up next. Okay, so let's move on to the 40%ers. Same thing, 20 in a roll. For a roll of 40%ers, it was 86.37. But what were they 5 months ago? Let's go find out. Okay, so then they were $70.04. From today being 86.37, that's a difference of 16.33. We will add to our calculator you see below. So we're adding 16.33 more for a total of 368.18. Stay tuned and we'll see what happens next. Okay, so up next we are doing Morgan dollars. And if you watch this far video so far, please don't forget to give me that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it, and it means a lot to me and the channel. Now let's move on to the Morgan dollars. We're going to do 20 of them. And that melt value is 451.70. Let's see what it was a few months ago. Stay tuned. Okay, so then it was 366.31 for a roll of Morgans. And that's a difference of 85.39. Morgans and piece weigh the same, so we're doing 85.39 twice onto our calculator down below. So let's bring this up a little bit closer. There we go. And we're going to say 85.39 twice. Brings us up to 538.96. Up next, we have the Eisenhower dollars. Stay tuned. Okay, so 5 months ago, I did not do 20 of the Eisenhower dollars. I only did one. So to keep it the same lineup with the previous video, I'm only going to do this one time and see how much it is for one. And then I'll compare the total of this total and that total, and then I will add for 20 Eisenhower dollars. Stay tuned and let's see what the total for all 20 Eisenhower dollars will be at the end of the video. So for one of them, it's $9.23, but how much was it 5 months ago for one of them? Let's go find out. Okay, so back then it was $7.49 for one of them, and that makes a difference of $1.74. Let's add that into our other calculator. $1.74 brings us up to 540.70. Stay tuned, and we'll continue on. All right, so up next we have the Silver Eagles, and that appears to be the last one on the list. And then we'll do our total, and then we'll go back and we'll look at the Eisenhower dollar and see how it affects our total. So for Silver Eagles, how much is it for 20 of them? $583.35. Now let's go back again and see how much they were a few months ago. Stay tuned. Okay, so back then for 20 American Silver Eagles, it was $473.07. And now that's a difference of $110.28. Wow, that is the biggest difference amongst all of them, since they're more pure and silver content. Let's add this into our total and see where we're at. So $110.28. That's $650.98. Now let's go back and change our Eisenhower dollars and see how that changes our total. Stay tuned. Okay, just to recap, our last total was $538.96 before we added in the difference of $1.74 for the Eisenhower dollar. So we're going to do $538.96, and we're going to go and see what the total is right now for 20 of them. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's take a look at how much it is for 20 Eisenhower dollars. For 20 of them, it is $184.68. Let's go plug that total in, and we'll see where we're at. All right, so we're going to add in that $184.68. Brings that total to what it should have been was $723.64. And our last total was $85.39. We're going to add that in here as well. And that brings us for a total of silver going up $809.03 for a roll of everything that we just did in silver melt as of today. If you enjoyed today's video, I would appreciate a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you enjoyed today's video, found it informative. And until next time, keep hunting, keep stacking, and have a good one. I'll see you real soon. Okay, so as I was putting this video together, there's one thing I forgot. I only showed how much it went up. I didn't show me adding up all of it grand total wise throughout the video. So I went back, I grabbed all the grand totals, added those up, and now we'll subtract them from what the total was 5 months ago, from having the 1 Eisenhower dollar on the right hand of the screen and the total for 20 Eisenhowers on the left hand of the screen. And we'll see the grand total of how much we actually went up. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is the total for everything at current melt and only 1 Eisenhower dollar. So for the war nickels, it was $65.72. For the dimes times 3, the grand total came to $316.86. For the quarters times 3, it was $633.69. For the half dollars times 4 at 90%, it was $844.92. For the half dollars at 40%, it was $86.37. For the Morgan and Peace dollars, total was $903.40. For 1 Eisenhower dollar, it was $9.23. And for the Silver Eagle, it was $583.35 for 20 of them, for a total of $3,443.54. Now, if we subtract our total from January, it was $2,792.56. Let's subtract that together. $2,792.56. Our total is $650.98 silver went up. And then we'll go over to the other calculator, which is a total of $3,618.99. And if we subtract the $2,792.56, the total is then $826.43 silver has went up in just over 5 months. Okay, now I covered everything. Once again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up on the way out and a comment down below. I greatly appreciate it. And if you are new, I would also appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. It is free, helps the channel a lot, and it means a lot to me. And I hope to see you in the next video.